evening stroll as we graduate from this last full moon ritual, because that was a graduation class. Every time they attack, this one was brutal. It wasn't brutal, actually, I wouldn't say brutal. It was brutal in terms of like my alchemizing of energy, and it really upgraded my gifts. I mean, right now I'm pretty scary. Oh my gosh, it's very, very snowy still, but we are trying to walk anyway. The alchemizing of energy this last full moon was insane. I was able to do stuff that I did not even know I was capable of doing. I have developed like new respect for myself, because finding out the downloads, it's like right now there's nothing that anybody that wants to come for me, like if you're evil and you're coming for me, I will disintegrate you. I will break you down like a mother freaking fucker. There is no information about anybody attacking me that I cannot figure out. And this full moon literally made me jump into a million timelines ahead of my freaking time. Thanks to Halima Jaffar, somebody who was like laying in the back, somebody who was laying in I want to say she was hiding in the shadows, doing all kinds of evil shit, while I did not know about it. And God, the way God set it up, God is amazing. That I had to spend the holidays with my daughter. There was no way I wasn't going to spend the holidays with my daughter, the way God set it up, trying to reconcile with my baby girl. So going to reconcile with my daughter, everything was great and dandy, but I could smell an entity on her. Spiritual laws, some of us who respect, the reason why God blesses us so much and why our gifts are amplified is because some of us respect spiritual laws to the T. What karmics and witches do is break spiritual laws. They use the same alchemy for evil, and they don't respect the laws. The laws say do not look into people's lives unless you have a reason to, or unless they ask you to. And I respect that to a T. So when my daughter started acting weird and funny, I had to dig in. My daughter has an entity attachment to her. And then when I noticed that, because she's the sweetest girl in the world, I raised this child by myself for 9 years before I moved to Canada. I know my daughter inside out. And I had to do some healing. And part of my gift of healing is I can see people's entities. I can see into people's lives. And I can see what's bothering them. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So looking into my daughter, my baby, who shows up? Halima Jaffar. This fucking bitch been hiding in our energy, been siphoning my energy and my daughter's for a while. Obsessed with me. Obsessed with me. We have a little bit of a history. We go a little bit not way back, but we go back. She has always been so mean, but she always wanted something from me. And then I remember how she was trying to have me do interviews with somebody in Nigeria. This woman is from Nigeria. She's Muslim Nigerian. And I'm like, why? Something, my intuition is top notch. Let me tell you something. If I ignore it, then God will make something impossible for me to the point where God will make some kind of disaster. I will have a disastrous something to the point where I will have no choice. Somehow it won't happen. But every time this woman asks me, my stomach will literally get sick. The same people I come around and my stomach I feel sick to my stomach. And that's for me is a sign to stay away. There's something bigger, deeper. But when I was younger and before I got my spiritual awakening, I would ignore these things. And every time I ignored my intuition, I sure lived to regret it. Sure lived to regret it. No questions, no doubt. So whenever I looked into Halima Jaffar, let me press this button. Let me tell you the kind of whoopers I got out of there. This woman has been doing hexes, even up to blood rituals. Blood rituals, okay? Against my life, me and my daughter. Her daughters, she has 3 daughters. Come to look into it, we have an ancient Egypt. We go all the way up to ancient Egypt. These are ancient Egypt enemies that followed me into this lifetime. 555 on the clock. These are ancient Egypt enemies that followed me into this lifetime. Oh no. Okay, and I get across. It followed me into this lifetime. A freaking energetic karmic. This is a freaking female psychopath. I only met this woman through my daughter's true friends, right? She's my daughter's friend. But she's even training her children to be witches now. And warlocks. Well, she has 1 warlock. Come to look into it, the downloads just kept on coming. How she has followed me into this lifetime. But you gotta look at it this way too. It's the same energy that I was friends with Barbara. The same energy that Halima is holding is the same energy that that Barbara Chisache. All of my friendships I've had in my entire life, she has the same energy. And what happens is that entity jump from person to person depending on who's in your energy. If they're low vibration enough, they will become that karmic that from the ancient Egypt. And I had history to recover from. I had a lot to recover from, to heal. Sorry, not to recover, to heal. Because these motherfucking bitches did so much dirty to me in the last lifetime. Almost killed me. They killed my husband. They would have affairs with the men that I was with. So this was something that had to be healed. And me going to see my daughter was like a must for me to heal to heal this lifetime's drama. That ancient Egypt, because it will keep on playing out until it gets healed. That's how things kind of play out. So with that said, the download did not stop coming. The download did not stop coming. The evil that this woman had done to me, everything came. And now that she couldn't get a hold of me, she was siphoning my daughter's energy, right? So they had turned my daughter, they put an entity on my daughter. So what happens is my daughter happens to run into an old friend, childhood friend who are Sophie, like really good people. We grew up, when we first moved to Canada, we were good to us, very good people to us. So when they stalk my Instagram, all of these motherfucking bitches stalk my Instagram. So stalking my Instagram, they see that Nora, me and my daughter reconciled. Imagine they put a freaking hex on my daughter to be alone, to break up me and my daughter, not to have an understanding. The same witchcraft my stepmother put on me, and the same witchcraft Barbara Chisache put on me. These people it was gonna be a cycle that repeats in my daughter's life. My daughter was gonna become the Barbara Chisache of these people, powering them up. These are hexes. They make the isolation hexes, and then they destiny swap. If they can't kill you, they just take your energy. My daughter is pretty smart, beautiful girl, but life is not. She has a good job, mall job, but they just want you to live minimally so they can say they are living off of her beautiful energy, just like my life was gonna be. And my daughter cannot see it because she's under the spell, right? Should I go to Moxie's? I don't know. I don't think so. They already had dinner. So they were going to feed off of my daughter. God just gave me the revelation of what the fuck is going on and why my daughter is being eaten up alive. Basically eaten up alive. Repeat of my life with this same Halima. And Halima then all these incidents that happened in life previously, everything came back flying. How they tried to get me to interview with her husband, and then after when that one did not go through, they used my daughter as a second backup for their freaking. If they can't have me, they were gonna use my daughter. So, my gloves. So what happened is everything came flying back, man. The rituals, the isolation. So when they saw that my daughter had reconnected with me and her old friend, they had to intervene very, very quickly. They had to come in and disrupt everything super quickly before she settles in and she changes her mind. And guess what? They invite her to a sleepover on the full moon day, the 3rd of January. That was a ritual for me. Me and my daughter get into the stupidest, silliest fight ever for absolutely no reason. That's when I started digging into it. And then they invite her to their house. See, narcissists and abusers, 11 on the clock, they like to give the impression of a better life, that, oh, come hang out with us because you're bored and lonely. When they had isolated her for the whole holiday, she had nothing to do. The whole holiday weekend, she was by herself, my baby. She was all by herself. Nobody was checking on her until we showed up. Then it was a sleepover party at her at Nabila's house, who had not checked on her forever, all to reinforce their roots on her. Not only her roots, the roots, after reinforcing the roots, to love bomb her into, oh, we are your friends, and then to siphon energy, to reinforce the siphoning of energy. You see what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying now? And then also my daughter is like, oh, I have plans. Out of nowhere, she's got a sleepover. For 3 fucking days, they invited her. The whole period of the full moon. That's when I knew it was a motherfucking ritual. I was like, that's how I knew. Then I'm like, Halima, she's over there. They have access to all her bodily fluids. They are poisoning her food with hexes, graveyard magic. It was deep. It was deep. That's when I came in deep too. I'm like, oh my God. And then for me, they had been doing all kinds of witchcraft on my life. Not just my life, all my life. All of my fucking life. They were doing all kinds of brutal shit. These people are the people who, they are the demons of the freaking world. But let me tell you something. Unraveling them and calling them out has been the best thing I've ever done. I'm almost home. This was a beautiful walk. Went to pick up some dinner. And this is beautiful. It's cold, but it's beautiful. Yeah. So anyway, 13:13, I better finish up. So yes, Halima Jaffar, you stupid skunk-ass bitch, this is about you and your evil else Nigerian fucking hijab wearing. Just like my stepmother. I think this is like a fucking trend. These women wear hijab when they're evil as hell. I guess giving the impression of being holy, people kind of back off. Oh, she wouldn't do that. No. Not everybody wearing hijab is a motherfucking good Muslim person. Matter of fact, these religious motherfucking people who act like that. She went to Mecca 2 years ago and even brought me a tasbih back. This woman has gone to Mecca. She's done pilgrimage. And she still does witchcraft of the highest caliber. They would give me food that, thank God I was like beginning not to love meat, right? I was hating meat like crazy. So, I was hating, oh my goodness, I don't like dogs. That's a big dog too. I love dogs, but that was a big dog. It scared me. Somebody's car. So she went to Mecca even. She made a pilgrimage to Mecca and still freaking evil. Can you imagine? So this whole, it's a freaking cover up, trying to be religious when you're evil as hell. So anyway, I had to call them up. It's too much. There's a lot more to add. But I'm gonna leave it on this. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. My fingers are frozen. I'm gonna get off the phone now. Love y'all. Take care. Fuck you, Halima Jaffar, you piece of shit gunk. Go and heal. And using your children to hex, and every single tie and band you have on my daughter has been broken, you bitch. 15 and kiss my fucking black ass.